What is happening? It's Jesse here, and today I am going to be listening for the very first time to Tom Sawyer by Rush. I don't think I've ever heard Rush before, but it's a name that came up when I was doing my Black Sabbath reaction. I was talking in one of those videos about how much I appreciate artists that have a deeper meaning behind their music, that it's more than just like a performance or a beautiful display of talent, which is awesome in its own right, don't get me wrong. But you guys mentioned that if I'm looking for something a little bit deeper, Rush is a great band to do so, and so why not go check it out? I'm gonna listen straight through and get a sense of the vibe first, and then I'll maybe go back and kind of dig into the lyrics as relevant. I don't know what I'm in for, but that's the fun of it, isn't it? Tom Sawyer by Rush seems like their top song. Let's check it out.
A Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Damn.
Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river. What you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the
Wow.
myth, catch the myth.
Hang on, I'm gonna go back for 1 second there. Sorry to pause it already, but I just find that vocal line really cool. I wanna catch it.
What you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the drift.
Singer solid, dude.
The world is love and life are deep.
Wow.
Maybe as the skies are wide.
Oh man, band's putting in some work.
This Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, and the space he invades, he gets by on you.
Okay. Dude, I'm gonna pause it 1 more second just to say, this is how many years old? Like 40 years old at least? It somehow still sounds futuristic. Is that crazy to say? Let's keep going. Wow. Okay. Damn.
No, his mind is not for rent to any god or government. Always hope for your discontent. Those changes aren't permanent. But changes.
Dude.
And what you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the witness, catch the wit, catch the spirit, catch the spit.
Drummer's going off.
The world is love.
Synthesizers are pulling everything together so cool.
Exit the warrior, today's Tom Sawyer. He gets high on you and the energy you trade. He gets right on to the friction of the day.
Is this solo a guitar or a synthesizer? It's like right in between. Oh, it's such a cool sound. I love how they're blending the two. Wow. Damn. Okay. First listen, I just focused on the sound of it. Really cool track. Whole band is working together brilliantly. Keys and synths and weird things. Like I said, I love how they kind of like merge into the guitar solos. It's like it's hard to tell even when which part is which. I'm gonna nerd out for like one quick second and then we'll talk in the lyrics. But I gotta talk about the singer because there's a really cool section and I already went back once to it, but.
Mind is not for rent. Don't put him down as arrogant.
There's.
You say about his company is what you say about society.
Is what you say about society. Society.
Catch the myth.
So catch the mist, catch the myth. It's like it's right in that awkward spot where like you're not fully like hitting your chest voice. You're what you say about this company, but it's also not like a full like falsetto. What you say about his company? It's the tricky mix spot in between them.
What you say about society.
Let me see if I can do it. If I almost have to like stand up to hit that. Hang on. Is what you say about society. It's really hard to hit that, and I've talked several times with my vocal coach about how in rock music specifically, mixed voice is very common, and I really struggle to sit in that spot, and it's the singer is just flowing between it very smoothly, but. The part that really blows my mind is how comfortable he sounds in this spot in between the two in his voice. It sounds very natural, which is crazy. It takes a lot of self-awareness of where your muscles are in your throat and in your chest and in your up here. Are you feeling it right here? Are you feeling it down here? These are all things that I'm working on right now with my vocal coach to understand. And what I do know is just like making me all the more impressed with where he's coming from. Anyway, what I want to do now, because that was cool, that sounded awesome, there's a lot of talent in this song, there's some interesting 80s like flair here and pizzazz, but none of those things are the reason why I'm here. I'm here right now. Wait, hang on. This did come out in the 80s, right? 81. Wow. I would have thought this was like smack dab in the middle of the 80s. It barely even makes the cut. Anyway, I chose Rush specifically because of the meaning. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read all the lyrics and tell you exactly what they're saying, exactly the whole meaning. No, I'm just kidding. I am here completely ignorant as of this band, and I'm not here to tell you what I think it is. I'm here to learn. So let's go do a little bit of research. Couple cool quotes on Genius right away that might help with this. Pie's original lyrics. Pie? Is that correct? New band to me again. Correct me when I make mistakes, because I will. Pie's original lyrics were kind of a portrait of a modern day rebel, a free-spirited individualistic striding through the world wide-eyed and purposeful. I added the themes of reconciling the boy and man in myself, and the difference between what people are and what others perceive them to be, namely me, I guess. Okay, so the vocalist is Jeff, drummer's John, guitarist is Alex. Who's the bassist and lead vocalist? Whoa, interesting. The bass guitar is also the vocals? Dude, what a fascinating band. Okay, I just chose their top hit. So, of course, it's going to be like a short, tight, cool sounding track. even in this song, there's still some really cool themes about when he says the difference between what people are and what others perceive them to be. I feel that. I really feel that, because I've thought before about how, okay, I'm going to go deep for a second. Bear with me. I've thought several times about the fact that, like, ultimately, everything that I say when talking to somebody else about who I am and what I'm feeling and experiencing is simply a description of who I am and what I'm experiencing, not the actual experience or identity itself. And therefore, there is no way to perfectly communicate what I'm feeling or who I am to anybody else. It's always an imperfect or slightly simplified version of what I'm experiencing that I can sort of communicate to anybody outside of myself. And that is a feeling and a thought that can be really discouraging and lonely, realizing that I am, in one sense, alone in my experience of reality. And that on its own is enough for me to really like this song. And one thing that I take comfort in is knowing that even if I can't perfectly articulate my own human experience to anybody else, there is one being who understands and knows me perfectly, even better than I know myself, and that's God. And that makes me right away, when I pray and when I take part in my relationship with Him, there's an intimacy there that's really powerful. These are all just thoughts that are flowing through my mind as I read these lyrics and as I read some of the thoughts of the band about this song.
Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river.
I feel like the lyrics are just generic enough that you can kind of make them their own, but you can feel the soul of that in there for sure. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. Fascinating. I don't know. I'm trying to, I don't want to force a certain feeling or a certain idea, but there's something really cool there, I think. And I love that about music, that art can just take us to these conversations and open up parts of us that we otherwise wouldn't be able to express. And like, even in trying to articulate that, I can only do it imperfectly, but we can all feel that same thing through art, and I think that's beautiful. Let me know in the comments what I should listen to next. Is there an album that I should go all the way through? Is this a band that's more like focused on individual songs? And which ones would, based on what you know about me, just kind of take me to a place where I can kind of sit with the meaning and the feelings that come out of this music? Let me know. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you made it this far, I love you so much. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.